Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you guys my Gear Chronicle deck profile for June 2016. I thought with set 7 just around the corner, I'd bring you guys an update to this version of the deck profile. I do plan on working on a Chronofang deck profile for you guys as well. This variant is the non-time leap variant. It's just the playstyle that I prefer. Basically, lots of spinning with your opponent's units and lots of draw power as well using GG and the Hard Thump Worker. So let's go ahead and dive into the deck profile. I only have 2 Chrono Dragon next stage. If I had 4, I'll show you after the Stride Zone what I take out for them. But pretty basic. It's your Chrono Jet Dragon play for the attack with this, then attack again with Chrono Jet. Pressure plays, preventing your opponent from using grade 1s with Chrono Jet. They just have to prepare for those 2 hits as best as they can. And 2 Ragnar Clocks, running a 16-card Stride Zone now, so I might even bump this up to 4, it depends. But I still like the pressure play with the extra crit, and your opponent can card with grade 0s. So it's like a reverse Chrono Jet in a way. And I also run 2 Fiery March Colossus, guard restriction card, very easy to get off with the Counterblast, and you just spin one of your units and then one of your opponent's units. And 2 Upheaval Pegasus, good way to get around the resist units with this card. 1 Fate Rider Dragon, and 2 Epoch Maker Dragons. If I don't use a G unit, a G Guardian, it's always a personal preference of mine to go into this first, just for pressure plays and getting grade 3s on the bottom. And for G Guardians, I run 4 Uluru. I like this card because it puts back non-triggers and a trigger. So the deck out game is pretty strong just with the draw power I have with this deck. So using this really helps to prevent that. And also 1 Screw You, just for additional Guardian power. If I had 4 next stage, I'd take out 1 Upheaval and 1 Epoch Maker to make the 4 next stage in the deck. And now moving on to the main deck, I run 4 Chrono Jet Dragon. Pretty standard with this version of the Gear Chronicle deck. The spin effect for the Counterblast one when you stride over it, and then the guard restriction effect for GB2 is really way too good. It's one of the best stride G units in my opinion. And I also run 4 Steam Fighter Belil. Basically, if you stride over him, you can counterblast 1, search for Chrono Jet, put this unit on your bottom, and have Chrono Jet as your heart. You'll miss the stride effect over Chrono Jet because you didn't stride over Chrono Jet, but you always want to have Chrono Jet as your Vanguard, so this card really helps with that. And for grade 2s, I run 4 Glimmer Breath Dragon. Like I said, this version of the deck is not the time lead variant, but the one where you spin all of your opponent's units back to the bottom of the deck. Glimmer Breath Dragon, along with Hard Thump Worker, RLM, the Unflip PG, you can make good use of this card for the spin use, and it also becomes an 11k attacker when it attacks as well. So you can place it solo and still usually mostly be able to hit a lot of your opponent's units. And I also run 4 Upstream. Easiest way to get out GG with this card, which is the Soul Blast 2 draw card. And I usually like to put it behind the Vanguard because after next turn, if I go into next stage, I have a good booster unit to add on trigger effects to boost Chrono Jet with. And I also run 3 Smoke Gear. Biggest thing I find at my locals is just having a valid ride target, and a 10k is always nice for easy guards. And for grade 1s, I run 4 RLM. It's the Unflip Perfect Guard, where, unflip damage. I do counterblast a lot with this deck, so this card comes in handy a lot. And I run 3 Steam Breath Dragon, easy stride power, search for Chrono Jet once again with this card. And 3 Engine. It's the Unflip effect. Once per turn, when your opponent's rear guard is put into his or her deck due to an effect from one of your cards, if you have a grade 3 Vanguard or Chrono Jet, you unflip a damage. So using Chrono Jet's spin effect, you can unflip a damage. So it's basically a free cost for that spin. And 2 Steam Maiden Malem. When this unit attacks, it gets plus 4,000, just like Upstream, and then you can put a grade 0 on the field. Normally, you want your triggers out, but the Hard Thump Worker is really good, and especially with Uluru, when you Soul Blast it for GG, you can put it back on the bottom of the deck to use again later. And I run 2 GGs. It's the Soul Blast 2 and Flip 2. I like this pressure play also with Epoch Maker, because if you bind this and search for a grade 3 and you place it again, you can use the effect again, so get a lot of draws as long as you have the soul for it. And for grade 0s, I run 1 Gunner Gear Draco Kid. The kind of less one, put in a soul, search for a grade 3. Really good, clear grade 3s out of the way. And for triggers, I run 4 Heart Thump Worker. Put in soul, plus 5,000, draw effect for your Vanguard. Soul build up, power, really good, like I said, when Chrono Jet attacks. And 4 Meshta, just the additional crit. Lucky Pot Draco Kid for the 4 draw. The put in soul effect for plus 3, builds up the soul and gives power to needed units. And 4 Uluru for the heal. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do look forward to the Chronofang deck. Try to get that out to you guys as soon as possible. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Qualia out.